All right, today's study ball, let's take a look at Jared Goff and this Detroit Lions offense, what they're doing so very well right now as an offense. I love the scheme, plays to what Jared does well, a lot of under center play action stuff, good concepts on the back end, and then Jared getting through stuff, making good throws, and finding positive plays. Now, I say all that to say that this first play, they didn't have the right answer. So you'll see in this particular case that Minnesota's going to walk 6 up. Detroit's only got 5 guys blocking. So you always have to make the decision when you're doing this is which way you want to slide. I've been a strong proponent of I like to slide to the weak side, which would ultimately leave this defensive end free over here because I like to have more answers to my 3 receiver side. Okay? If you choose to do it the other way, then you've got to know if Van Ginkel comes off the edge here, you've only got 2 guys over here, but one of these guys have to make an adjustment to this side to be successful. So the Lions decide to slide left, leave Van Ginkel free, and that's exactly what happens. So we've got a free hitter, right? So we've got a built-in kind of shallow coming here. Which, again, I hate this for a quarterback. I hate for him to have to be hot off of one side and throw a shallow off of the other side to know what's going on over there with pressure coming the other direction and trying to figure it out. I hate that. I'd rather just have one guy here understand, oh, I'm hot. I've got to peek. I've got to hook. I got to break out. I got to do something to make myself available to the quarterback. This is what I talk about every week. Have a hot plan. Give your quarterback hots. I don't have a lot of issues with Ben Johnson. I think he does a great job. But these are the things that it's like, come on, nobody's looking. Nobody's looking. I got a guy in my face as a quarterback. No one is looking. No one has a short route except for Amon-Ra, who's coming across on a shallow route here on the other side. Just makes it really, really hard. And guess what? We have a sack. We have a negative play early in this game. And these are things that can be avoided. So I like this here, that they always or usually are going to put deep routes, deep curl over here with Amon-Ra with complementary routes underneath. So somebody that's going to work to the flat here, somebody that's going to work underneath here. So depending on the coverage you have, you get some kind of pull on this particular play. If it's a corner off look, then you're going to get a pull off the outside linebacker. Does he want to get width? If he does, we got a shot at the curl, and then we can work the backer inside. If we've got a rolled coverage, then you're probably going to get a high-low off of whoever this hook defender is here. He widens to take away the hook. You hit the check down, but we've got a nice little complement of routes right there, okay? And so actually they're going to run this guy on a hook and a hook here instead of the flat, but you kind of see they run him to the flat, or in that area they can use up this guy, and then the high-low comes off of that defender right there. And you see, Jared Goff is already throwing this football. And that's what I love, is that he knows exactly where his eyes need to go. He understands the conflict defender, where it's going to be. It's going to be that hook defender here. And boom, hook defender gets depth. I'm just going to dump it off and get a positive play, and we're going to rock and roll. Okay. Similar type concept. We're going to run a deep curl over here. We're going to run a deep curl with Amon-Ra, just a 3-man route. And we're going to get our back over on this side. So we're going to start outside again. We're going to read that flat defender, try to get a high-low, and then we can work inside from there. I come out, right? I'm going to read the flat defender. I know exactly where I'm going with my eyes. To this defender, Van Ginkel stays underneath the curl. Boom, kick it out. Just kick it out. Get a positive play. Get the ball out of your hands and get it to your playmakers. Boom, let's do it. One-on-one. Make him make a tackle. Nice tackle there, forcing him out of bounds. But you see how quickly the decisions are able to be made in this offense. I harp on this all the time. Coaches, designing plays that can help your quarterback get his eyes in the right spot quickly, and then putting someone in conflict so the decision can be made quickly off of the movement by the defense. Okay, it's another thing that Jared does really, really well. Going to get quick pressure coming right up the gut. Know where your checkdowns are. So many guys, quarterbacks, they see this pressure, they're trying to run around, they're trying to make a play, make a positive play. Sometimes the positive play is avoiding the sack. Other times the positive play is simply just getting it to your check down and making something positive happen, even if it's 3 or 4 yards. There's the quick pressure. Where's my check down? Where do I get a completion? Right there. Give it to him. Okay? He turns, does a nice job, picking up a few yards, but hey, it's a short pass. I get it. It's not the big throw down the field that we want, but it's a positive play and you're staying ahead of the chains and it's going to put us in a third and very short situation. Know where your checkdowns are. Know where your outlet is. Know where the spot that you can throw the football away is, right? That can be huge sometimes. Avoid a 7-yard sack by simply throwing it to the feet of wherever your outlet is. Talked about it on Twitter. It's an art form to know how to throw the ball away, how to save those negative plays. Okay, here we go again. What are we going to do? Post. Over. Flat. All right, so this is kind of the most universal, I guess what you would call pure progression type play, even though I still believe this is a defender read. So we're going to read high to see if we get the post, whatever. This safety comes down here to take the over. We throw the post over the top of it. But really, ultimately, it's going to be a high-low off of the flat defender over to this side when we come back and read it. Okay, so we pop back, look at the safety. He's getting depth. Post is off right now. Post is off right now. Now I'm getting to the flat defender to that side. Who's the flat defender? Is it this guy or is it this guy? That's what makes it a little bit hard here because it looks like it's a soft corner, yet he's jamming his guy, and maybe it's a cover 2. And then the beautiful thing that Jared does here is he realizes that. He realizes there's color over there. And this over can be thrown different ways. Sometimes the over is thrown out by the numbers when we've got bodies in here and we've cleared out the side and we get the high-low way outside. Other times it becomes what I call a hole shot on the over, meaning I'm going to hit it between the hash and the numbers because I feel that there's color out here and I can hit that hole shot. And that's exactly what Jared does right here. Boom, he feels that color. And even though you see it here, that color is chasing, and he ends up chasing the post where I could throw it all the way over here. I'm not sure because I see it, and this is the control and the confidence of knowing where to get your eyes, start in the right spot, see what's out there, boom, ball's out. In between the hash and the number. Slow your guy down so he doesn't get hit. Really, really well done, again, by Jared Goff. The other thing I love about this offense is you're seeing on just about every one of these plays that there's a chunk throw opportunity. They're trying to get the ball down the field. They understand how hard it is to make 12-play drives getting 3 yards here and 4 yards there and 8 yards here. You need those chunk throws, and they've got them built in, even if they don't throw them every single time. Okay, I talked about on the first play that they had a hot and they didn't have an answer. Okay, here they have an answer. They're going to run what I call the fish concept, which is a flat and a hook. And again, they're going to slide away from the 2 receiver side. So ultimately it's going to make this guy their hot guy. So this guy is going to come free. Jared does a nice job of recognizing it. He's looking for the flat, but the defensive end pops off right there. Replace back inside. See pressure, attack pressure. They void an area when they bring pressure. Now you beat the next guy coming down. Boom. Nice job. Now maybe the back is supposed to pick this up. Maybe it's a 6-man protection, so they're supposed to have it picked up. But either way, good job by Jared Goff to see it. Boom. Get the ball out of his hands. And again, positive plays. Ball into playmakers' hands equals positive plays for the offense. Really love this play. All right, so this is a play that comes off of what we used to call sluggo seam. So a sluggo is a slant and go, okay? And then you put the seam concept over here. So this is a seam, and then oftentimes it's a hitch or a stop that can convert against cover 2. And so what you do on this particular play is you come back and you work your one-on-one over to the backside. If I get one-on-one, I'm trying to get a double move, trying to get the corner to jump. As long as there's no safety help over there, I'm trying to go one-on-one. If I get the corner beat over here, or if I'm working that one-on-one side, I'm going to come off of that and I'm going to find the safety. So if there's a middle safety and I pump over here to this double move and I come back and look at this safety and he works that direction, I work off of him and go with the seam. If he doesn't work this direction, I take my one-on-one over here. So they don't run a sluggo, they run what I call ogre. Okay, so an ogre is an out and go. So it's an out and then a go over here. Okay, so we come back and Jared Goff is looking at the out over here. Now, he gets it. He has the out and go if he wants it. There's no safety involved right here, so he could take the one-on-one because his safety is way down here tight. Probably the easier throw is down here to the one-on-one, but he recognizes that that safety plays flat there and he's not a factor on the backside, so he gives a look over here to hold that safety, and then he comes right back to the seam, right? Really well done. He's here, sees it, now he works back to the seam and just drops a dime over here, okay? If he felt this guy or another safety coming over, he's just going to work out to the stop or the hitch to the outside. But just a great throw right here with the overlap corner, which can be really, really hard to really see that overlap corner. Good thing is they got that overlap corner really, really wide. Amon-Ra stays tight, and just a beautiful, perfect throw by Jared Goff for the touchdown. All right, what do we got? Play action, post over here, big end over here. Check down underneath the big end. So at the end of the day, we'll come back. If we get the safeties to jump and do something on the back end, then we will get a chance for the post. If not, we're going to just simply get back to the high-low over here, right? Know where you're going. Simple concepts off the play action, and that definitely helps. Getting guys to split, they get some pressure. And so what's Jared Goff doing? He's coming back and going, oh, they got a middle safety closed. Okay, so not even looking at the post or anything that's coming back to that side, right? I'm not even giving it a shot because there's a guy back there playing deep. So what am I doing? Where's my conflict guy, right? We have the flat here. Try to pull the outside linebacker. Conflict defender. What's he doing? Jared Goff, again, already throwing it before this guy even gets into his route. Why? Because I know who I'm looking at. This guy wants to get depth and drop 12 yards from the line of scrimmage. Dump it off and let your guys underneath make some plays. And look at this. We're throwing it. We're getting 15, 20 yards on this play because we're quick to it. We're not delayed. We know where we're going. And we're playing off of the depth. The linebacker's going back. When I'm completing it to my back, now he's got to come up and try to make the tackle. Advantage. Offense. Okay, come back with that same fish play over here. And this is, they do run some pure progression in this offense, which you guys know I'm not a huge fan of the pure progression. But they run some, and this is one of them. Flat, hook, 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 swing. Okay, so it starts over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we just read it through that way, right? As you guys know, part of the reason why I don't like pure progression is what? So takes the flat, right? Get the first down, but there's a guy right there is because I like playing the numbers game. 1, 2 underneath defenders here, 1, 2 underneath defenders there. I've got 3 receivers over here. I've only got 2 over here. So I want to go to my advantage side. So instead of having to wait and read this as 3, 4, 5, I'm going to come up to the top and I'm going to read outside defender here. And I'm going to think swing first, swing to curl, and then back to the inside because I want to work the guy that has the furthest distance to go. Outside defender there has to cover the most ground all the way outside the numbers and the hook. So see it if we read it to the top, right? If I read it to the top here, what are we getting? This guy condenses here. This guy's here. I'm throwing it to my back right there for a huge play, and he's really my first read. All right, I got 2 reads out there, the hook and the flat. I'm going to read those off of the defender first. That guy gets depth. I'm kicking the swing out there, and I'm getting a big play to the front side because my numbers advantage is over there. But here, read the pure progression, we get our first down. Okay, the walk-up defense. Okay, they motion. Don't know who's coming. Great job picking it up here. Right? This really could be a hot situation if they bring all these guys. Got to have an answer there. But I really like this concept. So what they're going to do is they're going to run Amon Ra to the middle. Okay, and then they're going to run, not sure who that is, kind of to a skinny post right here so they can get a high-low in cover 2 right here off of the Mike linebacker if they want it. On the backside, what they're going to do is they're going to run a corner and then come back with the post right here. So I could read the high-low off of cover 2 to this left side. If they run out of this, because one of the things Minnesota likes to do is run back to cover 2 off of this. So if they run back and the Mike linebacker holds to the front side, turns and opens his hips to the front side, I can work that seam area to the backside. So it's like working double seams off a Mike linebacker. All right, so they're fortunate that they don't bring all of them, because I'm not really sure, again, what the answer is here. If they bring them all, maybe it's Amon Ra right over the ball. But what do you see? Running back to cover 2, Tampa 2, where's this guy's hips? This guy's hips are going this direction. Still got a shot here if you want it, because he's slow playing and he's coming all the way from a mug spot. But he turns this direction. There's a sweet little window here on the backside. Jared Goff, boom. There it is. Not the best throw. Good job by Laporta to scoop it off the ground. But you see the work right there. We got the Mike to even pull down, making it even easier. Got either seam throw if we want. If he comes to this side and this guy overlaps inside, you got Jahmyr Gibbs running down the sideline here for a touchdown if you want to work the 2-on-1 to the left-hand side. So lots of options off of cover 2 here, which, good plan. They love to run back to Tampa 2 out of this, but you also have to have a pressure answer. Would have loved to have seen what the pressure answer was if they brought all those 6 guys, but great plan for when they don't to get the big play and set them up inside the red zone. All right, here we go again. All right, simple play action, and we're going to run a 3-man concept. This is one of their favorite concepts. Jared Goff throws the big in really, really well, and it's going to be that high-low, but really that in route to the check down is what we're doing. Let the quarterback play fast with a good concept that's good against every coverage, and they get quick pressure on top of that, but he comes back and he knows where his check down is. Great catch there by David Montgomery. But hey, positive plays, right? Even if this is a throwaway, we're saving a sack and we happen to get a completion. Great job, playmaker, make a play. He does. We get 15 yards again off the check down. Okay, another one of their kind of pure progression type plays. Really simple play. Go, out, shallow. So we're going to read left, kind of work back to the other side. What I really love is this route right here. Okay, so I'm not a receiver, but I do understand different things about route running. And what I love here is receiver's not just running up to the defensive guy and then breaking off the defensive guy. What he's going to do, he's going to win the leverage first. So he's going to seam outside. Seam outside because I'm breaking outside. I want to win to the leverage outside. But then instead of just going straight outside, so this guy can work with me and work right outside and stay on my back, what we're going to do here is we're going to push outside, then push vertical. Then push vertical, because now I'm getting the body and the weight of this defender going outside, but then I'm getting it going up the field. If I can get him running up the field, now I've got the leverage. He has no idea that I'm going to run outside because I haven't shown my momentum to continue to fall outside. Then when I get to the top of the route, boom, I'm going to separate. So watch. Outside, up. Okay? Outside, vertical. See that vertical? What's it do to the defender? He starts running this way. His body and momentum starts going this way, which allows me to do this. If I just outside release and stayed outside, where's the momentum? The momentum of the defender is going to be pushing and leaning on me so I can try to match to that breakout. Push vertical, his weight's going vertical. Now I can create the separation away from him, just like this. and then a great catch on the back shoulder. And what does that separation do, right? Not a perfect throw right here by Jared Goff. Back to the inside. If that guy's matching to me and I'm falling out of this and he's right on my hip, this is an incompletion, maybe even interception. But because of a great route run, I create great separation, and now I increase the margin of error. Not a great throw, but I can still go back and make the catch and get the first down. Okay, there's our play again. All right, vertical, big in, shallow. So what are we doing? And we've seen it numerous times. We're getting that big kind of hook area in between the hash and the numbers, and we're getting somebody underneath to create a high-low. So Jared Goff at the end of the day knows, hey, get to that area and find that defender. Get there as fast as you can if that's the one you like. Now, we might have something over here that's a man beater. If you get man, look at your man beater. If you get anything else, or if you're not sure, go right back to your high-low and read it out. He goes right back to his high-low. Great patience there to be able to step through the pass rush right there. Now, this guy does get deep, okay? So he could easily just check it down right here like he's been doing. But as he's stepping up and looking into that area and looking at that defender, what's he see? Hips and shoulders of the defender turn back to the inside. That gives him the window he wants for the big in throw. Bang. There it is. Nice throw right on the face mask. But reading that area, eyes on that defender as he's stepping up. No panic, not taking off. Knows his read. Could easily dump it to the shallow. Gets the shoulder turn right there. Bang. Falls out. Another big chunk completion. Okay, we're going to stretch the defense again. So it's not my favorite play, but I understand what they're trying to do. Keep this guy on a deep hook. Keep him to the left side. Don't like him to get over the ball or too far to the other side because I don't want anybody from the other side being able to cover it. Then we're going to stretch this with a bullets route. Okay, so if we can pull the outside defender in, let's throw it to Jahmyr Gibbs and let him run down the sideline for a touchdown. But we're going to stretch and work those two defenders. Then we're going to come back here. Not sure which of these guys. One of these guys is coming back here on a shallow. Okay, so we're going to kind of overload these zones. If the outside defender widens, then I'm going to get my high-low right here off of the inside defender. So I always like to look at this and think the bullets first. I broke this down a while ago that if I get soft coverage right here, I always in my mind go, hit this right now. Take that right now. That's my first thought. Catch the ball, get it to him right now. Get it to him right now. If he's covered, then work back to the inside. But get it to him right now. I think he's got a shot to do that right there. See that? Boom, I'll take that all day long. My running back, shoulders going downhill with the ball in his hands, especially Jahmyr Gibbs. I'm taking that matchup. But, okay, doesn't like that, doesn't read it exactly the same way. Now we get to this defender. What's this defender doing? He's turning and chasing Laporta, so we're going to replace right underneath him. Bang. Man in conflict. Okay, so they do some pure progression stuff, right? So again, I would think 1, 2, 3, but the elements of their pure progression and why I don't necessarily call it pure progression, even though they might term it that way, is simply because this is putting defenders in conflict. So I'm reading defenders. I'm reading the outside defender first. Does he do something that gives me the bullets? If not, if he just widens to take it away, now I'm reading the next defender. I'm not reading air. I'm not reading receivers. I'm being able to read two guys at one time, and that's the difference between defender read and a lot of pure progression. So he gets back in. That guy chases. Boom, recover right underneath to the shallow. Get a little bit of a block. Set ourselves up for a touchdown. Okay. Guess what we got? Okay. Right? Good concepts. You can run them numerous times. Big in. Flat. Over here. Right? Worst case scenario, I'm going to get a high-low over here, pulling and stretching those two underneath defenders to get the big in. Okay? I also like this little route. I've seen some other people. Houston runs this route a lot. I'm not sure what I want to call it. I'm thinking about calling it blink because it's kind of what I call a bench in. So they're pushing up and they're starting to lean outside, which to me is a bench route. A deep corner route is a bench route. So they start to lean outside and then they wrap it back. So they're trying to get the safety to start moving that direction and then wrap it back in. So I kind of like this concept. I never ran it. We were very much a timing big in throw over there, but I really like this kind of blink concept. And it slows him down in that window so he doesn't get too far over and gives the quarterback just a little bit more of a tick to read it. But nonetheless, right? You see that little lean? See that little lean right there by Amon-Ra as he flattens it off. But this is going to be find this area right here. Find the defender. The defender stays tucked inside with the back. Now I've opened up the window for the deep end. If he works out into that box, then I just dump it down underneath to my check down. Another big what? Chunk throw. That's what's so different about this offense is that it's got built-in chunk throws all over the place, and you're seeing them all over the tape. So many teams out there, dink and dunk, throw at the line of scrimmage, throw wide receiver screens, blah, blah, blah. Though it's hard to win that way. You can get a lot of yards, and you can move between the 20s that way. But, man, we need to shrink the game and shrink the possession to 6-7 plays. And how we do that is with those chunk throws to grab big yardage on, just a couple of throws. And so you're not waiting to mess up. For one mistake when you're going 3 and 4 yards becomes huge. We can make up for that. Guess what we got again? It's a little different way to do it. Pushing out, running the in. Come off of this, run the wheel to pull that outside defender, and then what? Give me a shallow route. Bing, bang. Got my high-low right here once again. And I'm doing what? Read the defender in that area. He wants to drop 20 yards. I'll just drop it underneath. 3rd and long, he's getting depth. Play the play. Play says throw the shallow. Even in 3rd and long, throw the shallow. All right, win the field position battle. Flip the field position battle. Whatever it is. But definitive with his reads. Getting the ball out quick. He got a good pass rush in Minnesota, but he knows. Where's my defender? Defender's getting dealt. Boom, ball's out of my hands, and we're getting completions, and we're moving. All right, so they're trying to, looks to me like they're trying to get post over, and then gets his check down coming down through here. And again, we get quick pressure. Get quick pressure. It's going to happen, right? You're not going to protect great every time. What does Jared do again? No, your check down. Where's your check down? Get it to him. Okay, again, didn't complete this one. Okay, worst case scenario, as I said, I save 7-yard sack and I get a throwaway, right? I throw it away and we live for another down. That's what happens here. But the idea is right. Hey, trying to come back and get my throw. I don't have it, got pressure. Where's my check down? Try to get it to him. Just missed. Okay, so we saw something similar to this where it was here in the big end and then a wheel over there. Okay, now we're going to come back, run this guy through here. We're going to get, I think it's Raymond here with the little stutter and the go. So we've got our shot coming off that. And then we're going to go here and bring the shallow. So if I don't like it, it's coming into my vision. Nice step up there. Get what we want. Get the one-on-one on the outside. Get that double move. Got a shot. Just a little bit wide. He didn't miss many. This is one he missed, having to step up hard. Not really quite set his feet. And just missed another big shot. Hey, guess what route we had? Influence. Big in. Back out here. Get back. Find your defender. Okay, and again, he might have had a shot at the big end, but I think this was just one of those on the play fake where he just realized they just dropped the entire flat. Nobody there as they're trying to show some different disguises. I know exactly where my eyes are, not messing with anything. Get back, see that area. Oh, feel that they dropped the flat. Kick it out to your back. Boom, let's go get another huge play on a check down. Okay, same sort of concept. Post. Come back, read the safety. Do you have the post? If not, it's just an over to your checkdowns. Right there, right? We get this corner to clear out. We run through them. Nice job. Find your flat defender. Over to back. And then really a nice throw here because the safety's kind of trying to play through this to take the over and the corner, even seeing it coming off. But a great drive throw right on the numbers. He sees it, sees out in front of it, able to drive it, put it on the money. And there we go again. 15 to 20 yards. Boom. 15 to 20 yards. Boom. 15 to 20 yards. Boom. Allows you to get back into a football game. So really well done by the Detroit Lions. But you see their scheme. Hey, when in trouble, keep it simple. Get Jared's eyes in the right spot, and Jared, get completions. Make the chunk throw when it's there because it moves us down the field and allows us to come back and get big plays and big touchdowns. But positive play off of the fact that we got a chance for a chunk throw. We've got a good concept. We know where to get our quarterback's eyes, and he's dealing the football right now.